These two pieces are two vitrines that sit in a reception, and they're to house our client's rather special books that he has got. So they aren't tremendously deep, they're 33 centimetres deep for the actual books. And then a further 6 centimetres for this framing device that is very thin, it's 8mm, but it comes forward 30mm, and it has this very, very elegant detail because of that with the shadow gap. We're introducing a brass element for the handles. It hasn't been done before, which I'm really chuffed with. And there's this asymmetry for this sitting on the right-hand side of the fireplace. So we have some asymmetry here for a very little small cupboard and a wider cupboard, and then flipped, mirrored the other side for that. The brass door handles are a new addition, and it's been good fun to express the junction between the two materials, where this black steel's got a rebate to fit this brass element with some nice screws, and it's lovely flashing in on this little element there. There is this a magnet that does make a real difference, and it's a lovely succinct noise. And then we expressed the multiple areas for these adjustable shelves by not filling in the black holes, so you can see the little holes through the black steel. This is a 4mm shelf. It's very, very easy. Just take out this pin and chuck it in the options available for the books, or whatever height they might be. I have ditched the use of my perforations, perforated steel, so it's a much sort of cleaner look, possibly less industrial, smarter for this reception. No glass, but instead this 4mm, black steel shells, very, very elegant. And still the L-shaped reflective mirror at the back that gives this kind of slightly strange sense of space you get with the reflection, which does funny things with this black steel, but it's rather lovely. And then these ever so subtle little details that we've introduced. So there's little brass pins on the pivot. So these are pivot hinges. They pivot beautifully. I've chosen to go have this open section at the top of this vitrine, which is different from the previous vitrines where you had a play on the legs, which were like sledge leg design, and then the sledge leg design element at the top. But here I'm very excited by this profile, this 8mm profile, which is actually a framing device that in fact takes all this element in to here, and there's just the legs are a separate section with a shadow gap. So you read that as one, although it has a break here, a verticality here to show the asymmetry of the two pieces. And it's just like a nice negative space, really, where I think it'd be great fun to have maybe some plants or little bit things just dribbling down here. Probably get in the way of the door when you open it to get, but anyhow, there is a very, very deep cornice at the property. So this kind of language works quite nicely with the feeling of a skirting, a tall wall, and then a very tall cornice section. I think that works very well. So as I said earlier, they're very tall, but they're 3.8 metre high ceilings in this property. It's called Drakefield, named after the property they're going into, and they're there to house books, very special books for our clients. And I've introduced this lovely brass element, which we haven't done before, and I think it suits this reception area, whereas before some of my pieces sat in spaces that they could just move from, sit in a contemporary space. I had sort of an edge to them because of the perforated metal, slightly industrial feel I had with them. They could also sit in period buildings, but this I feel definitely sits beautifully in this very smart reception. The legs on these are 16mm square profile, whereas prior to this the legs have been 20mm on other vitrines, and I feel this very slim, tall piece can take these rather elegant, dare I say, delicate leg. It's a normal play on little rectangles and squares and some interesting mathematical geometries and games to come up with that composition, which I think is pleasant, and the elegance works with the very slim nature of this divide that connects with this surround. So it all sort of ties in nicely. The collaboration is with Web Industries. They make all my metal furniture. And this little shout out to them for the fantastic work they've done on these 2 new vitrines. Gavin and his team, Joe in particular, well, in fact, they all got stuck into this one, but Joe is the master metal worker and fabricator, so they did a lovely job, and I'm, as ever, very grateful. Good on you guys.